unit. Okay. Now we are going to see what are the losses you have in a DC machine. So once you know the loss, we will be finding out the efficiency. So loss means the wastage in the power what you give. So in a DC machine, in the case of a motor, the input is electrical and the output is mechanical. The motor rotates, correct? So an E to M conversion happens in a motor. In a generator, it is mechanical to electrical conversion. I am going to rotate the generator and it is going to produce electrical output. Okay. So definitely you have an E to M and M to E conversion, and this process is not ideal, which means that 100% energy is not converted from an electrical to mechanical or mechanical to electrical. So there will be some amount of loss. So we are going to see what are the reason for those loss in a DC machine. So first one is copper loss. As you know, we are familiar with this term copper loss. So in copper loss, we have three types of copper loss in a DC machine. One is armature copper loss. You know, armature is made up of copper. So definitely because of armature current being formed inside your armature, you will have armature copper loss given by Ia square into Ra. It is 30 to 40% of your total copper loss. This contributes to 30 to 40% of your total copper loss. Next one is field copper loss. You know you have field coils. Field coils are made up of copper. So when current is going to flow through the field coil, you have field copper loss given by ISH square RSH. See, for field, we usually use the term ISH. It means that the field is always in shunt to your armature. So ISH means shunt, okay? ISH square into RSH. It is 20 to 30% of the total copper loss. Finally, you have brush contact loss. You know, you will have brushes inside your armature, and those brushes, because of contacting with the shaft, you are going to have brush contact loss. So copper loss is made up of these three components. First one is armature copper loss, second one is field copper loss, and last one is brush contact loss. Last one is brush contact loss will be very, very small because the resistance of brush is very small. Okay, so the power loss will also be very, very small. Okay, I think it is clear. Copper loss. Any doubts you have? Okay, so next one is magnetic or iron losses. So you know that you give DC current to your field windings, but the current in the armature is AC because it is alternatively cutting the magnetic lines of force current. So the armature is going to rotate in a clockwise direction. And it is going to cut the magnetic lines of force because of the fields in the because of the current in the field windings. So the current in the armature is going to be alternating at a frequency F. It will have a frequency F. The flux produced is also alternating. So when only an alternating flux can produce an alternating current. Okay. Some of the flux, what happens, it will enter the pole also. So that is going to cause magnetic or iron loss. So this is going to cause 20 to 30% of the full load losses. This iron loss will also include hysteresis loss and eddy current loss. I hope you are clear with what is hysteresis loss and eddy current loss. I'm not going to explain it again. One basic thing, hysteresis loss is proportional to the frequency and eddy current loss is proportional to the frequency square. Why we are studying about these two laws? Because frequency is coming here because of the alternating EMF, which is produced because of the alternating flux. Okay. Yesterday I told in DC machine everything is DC, but see here because the armature is rotating right in clockwise direction, that is going to move. So when something is moving periodically, it is going to become AC. So the flux produced is going to be AC. Because of flux, the induced EMF is AC. Because of the induced EMF, the current is also going to be alternating. Okay, so three losses we have in magnetic loss. First one is because of this one flux is entering the poles, that is going to contribute 20 to 30% of the loss. Next one is hysteresis loss. Third one is going to be eddy current loss. So in copper loss we have three components. In iron loss also we have three components. So next one is mechanical loss. So you know that in both generator and motor there is going to be mechanical energy, right? So because of that, you the loss is going to be called as mechanical loss. And first one is air friction or windage loss. It is due to rotation of armature. So because of the armature is rotating continuously, there will going to be some friction around the armature, rotating armature. That friction is called as air friction. Okay, that is going to be a loss. What they are meaning to say is because of air friction, the current to the armature may be reduced. So the power loss will be high. And second one is bearing friction. You know that for a component to rotate without any making any noise, you will be adding ball bearings to the component. So without it will rotate smoothly without any friction. Even though you are having ball bearings, there will be some amount of heat generated inside the component because of friction. That is going to be called as bearing friction loss. It is going to contribute 10 to 20% of your losses. Okay, so mechanical loss we have two types: air friction because of rotation of your armature, and bearing friction because of the ball bearings fixed on the rotor. And this is the same like your fan. Inside your fan also you will have this ball bearings, and if the ball bearings are not properly placed or they are worn out, means the fan starts making noise. Same thing is the case of motor also. Because of these ball bearings, you might have some loss because of friction. That is called as bearing friction loss. So these three losses are going to dominate in any DC machine: copper loss, magnetic or iron loss, and mechanical